She's coming from the back, Marcel. The back.
She's coming from the back. She's coming down the aisle on your side.
Practice the chairs before. Bear with us for a second.
Oh, they slide down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 8th grade promotion. Mr. Levy for turning on the microphone, and our graduates. Thank you all today. First up, I'm going to invite up the rest of the 8th grade team. The rest of the 8th grade team. But we are here to talk about these amazing students tonight. So we are actually going to change up promotion in a new and exciting way. These students are incredibly unique and have had to face so many uncertainties and challenges. So we thought we'd throw one more their way and turn this celebration into a night that's completely run and supported by them. So tonight you will see they will introduce each other, they will be up here much less than the adults. So because if anything, tonight is all about them.
All right, all right.
So we are going to put the hands back into these game changers. And without further ado, I am turning the stage over to our wonderful 8th grade graduates. And I would like to welcome up the award-winning Noah Williams.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Campus International School graduation ceremony for the class of 2026. My name is Noah Williams, and in the fall, I will be attending Mastery School of Hawking. On behalf of my classmates, it's my honor to thank you all for coming today to celebrate with us. Most of you have been in our place, and you know that this is the next step to starting another big chapter in our lives. So again, we thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come this evening. Not only that, but we would like to thank the Campus International School faculty and staff for all your support. Not only to our middle school teachers, but our teachers that were here for us since day one here. Your passion and commitment has carried us this far, and now it's time for us to move on to our next stage of life. Also, on behalf of my classmates, we would love to acknowledge and thank our former Vice Principal, Mr. Brooks. Although he left a couple months ago, he played a good role in the success and environment of our school. He truly cared and appreciated us and wanted to see us grow and be able to reach this moment. Now, in remembrance of the lives that were lost in the Robb Elementary School shooting, we will have a moment of silence for the children who didn't get to fully have this moment of celebration. All right. Thank you. And at this time, we ask that all phones will be silenced and that everyone remain in their seats unless there is an emergency. We ask that you be fully present and celebrate the class of 2026 with us. Now it is my honor to present to you all James Yorkie.
Good evening. It is a tradition to have a guest speaker who's gone through Campus International K-12 to speak at 8th grade promotion. They are here today to talk about their journey through IB and how it has molded and shaped them. This year's speaker is an older sibling of one of our own. She is this year's valedictorian at Campus International High School as an IB diploma candidate. She is the recipient of the Top Scholar Award by College Now and the Yale Ivy League Book Award. She has been a true trailblazer in building the school programs by being a founding member of the Model UN team, the the Civic Squad, Garden Club, and softball team. She was also a member of the sailing and soccer team and the first year clarinet and band. With such an impressive resume, it is an honor to welcome to the stage Vivian Cox.
Hi, everybody. Okay. As you know from the wonderful introduction, I'm Vivian. I'm a graduating senior at Campus International, and I'm here to talk to you tonight about my experience with campus and sort of the transition to high school, all that jazz. So my experience at campus is pretty similar to all the other kids in my grade. I started back in 5th grade. I don't know if any of the 8th graders on stage today are old enough to have been in the old church building for middle school, but that's where I was, and it was so small. We had band in the sanctuary, which wasn't fire safe or structurally sound. It was fun. We had fun. But in the 8 years since then, I've gone through exhibition, I've gone through the MYP program, I've done the community project, just as many of you guys have. But I've also done a lot of the high school IB stuff, like the Youth Participatory Action Research Project, the community project, the extended essay, IB exams, as many of you may if you choose to continue to go on to an IB high school. During my time at campus, I've met so many amazing people, I've had the opportunity to do so many amazing things, and even though there were times at which I wanted to give up, especially during the pandemic, I'm glad I stuck it out towards the end. It was worth it. It's truly been a schooling experience like no other for me. But now I've just finished a part of my journey. I graduate on Friday. That many of our students on stage today are just beginning, which is amazing. It's kind of surreal, actually. And I have confidence that, like myself, they are prepared for high schools. At CIS, they've learned how to think critically. They've learned how to balance school and their personal lives. They've learned how to push themselves to do difficult things. And these are all skills. Excuse me. These are all skills that they will utilize and build upon in their high school years, no matter what high school they choose to attend. And if they do indeed go to an IB high school, like I have and continue in the MYP program and then the DP program, they are in for the hardest thing they've ever done in their life, I promise you. There's independent research, there's year-long projects, there's an incredibly high standard of work, constant stream of knowledge that culminates in end-of-year exams. It sounds very scary. It's a lot of work. But even the monumental challenge of the IB diploma is something that I promise you're prepared for. I promise. It's going to be fine. And the end of middle school and the start of high school, I know it's really scary. I remember the uncertainty and the fear of my own transition from middle school to high school. It can kind of feel like things are falling apart because maybe you're going to a different school than your friends. Maybe you're just unsure of what high school you'll be attending. It's scary, but I promise you it's going to be okay. You have so much potential, so much hope for the future, and as long as you work hard and you find the joy in the little moments throughout high school, I promise you everything is going to be okay. So, yeah. So, thank you for listening to me, and congratulations to the future class of 2026. I'm excited to see what you'll do in high school and beyond.
Hello everyone, my name is Orion now. As an 8th grader, it is an IB requirement to complete community projects. These projects are designed to allow us to explore areas of interest or focus on problems that we see in the world and find an action that impacts that problem and educate people on that issue. We are encouraged to follow those why and how questions through the design cycle to create a project promoting change. My particular group decided to focus on a subject we all liked, so we chose animals, specifically animal shelters and rescues. This project encouraged us to research beyond common knowledge and dive deeper into our topic, learning specifics about animal rescuing tools, locations, and why we need to take feral animals out of the streets. While 5th grade exhibition projects taught us research and preparation skills, 8th grade community project encouraged us to develop an action plan to help solve a problem. This program gave us the opportunity to meet and explore with experts, and first-hand experience and explore possible career paths. This was truly a memorable experience, and at this time I would love to introduce the amazing person who made this community project possible, Mr. Wolf.
So thanks, Orion. That was a really great description of what Community Project is, as well as exhibition. So I'm just going to move on, and every year we have lots of great projects, and this year we had many, many, many wonderful projects. They were all different and all interesting, and students did not have a whole lot of time in school to work on it, but they still did a fantastic job of getting it done, working independently, researching, taking action, asking lots of questions. There were a few projects this year that really stood out, and we always like to recognize a couple of those, so if you hear your name, please stand up when I call it. I'll give you just a brief. There were projects about recycling in the school and composting. There was one that had to do with ending hunger, and another that was about racism, and they were just very well done. Students took so much time to orchestrate their action plan, calling outside community members, and doing tons and tons of really, really high-level research. So if these students would please stand, that would be great. Ava Tapaina, Maya Velez, and Eloise Peckham with the project on composting. DeAndre Pinkney and Pierre Sang. And then Yasmin Abdulwasi and Asleja. Got so many wonderful comments. They did so much research. When many visitors to our building saw the research they did, it was on racism in the community. It had so many different aspects to it. They took some great action helping out in the community, and their research was unbelievably complete. So thank all of you, and thank everyone, even those that were not mentioned. All the projects were great, and you all worked so hard, and we appreciate it.
Everybody. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow once said, "Music is the universal language of mankind. It is what binds us together in times of tragedy and in times of celebration." For me, being a part of band has helped me understand the value of teamwork and communication with my peers. During our processional today, our chamber ensemble performed Pop and Circumstance. Please give them another round of applause. This year, my fellow classmates have been busy mastering their talents as they have dedicated themselves to several ensembles in all city. They have also performed at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Cedar Point, where both the band and orchestra won first place at the Music in the Parks competition. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Levy and my fellow classmates, Eloise, Isabella, Ava, Diamond, and Micah, performing Frank Sinatra's My Way.
All right.
Frost once said, "Poetry is when emotion has found its thoughts and the thoughts has found words." Poetry has been my voice over the years. It has been my stress reliever and has gotten me through a lot. It is a language of outpouring emotions. It takes all the scrambled thoughts in your head and draws them out onto paper, making it something that is perfectly imperfect. This year, I was able to perform at our first ever poetry night hosted by Ms. Perry, a tradition I hope will continue for years to come for all the students to creatively express themselves. This year in English class, we study poems across different genres. We work with haikus, odes, pop sonnets, and finish with our own free verse. The topic was of our choosing. The style was of our choosing. We took the stage and the mic in Miss Lori's mini cast and faced our fears of performing. There were two poets who truly elevated the page. They spoke of the hardship they faced being both Black and Muslim in our society. The seeming conflicted operating in both of these spaces. Their words open our eyes and hope we can all learn to more open mind and treat others with love. Because we were so moved by their poems, we asked both to share the poses and eloquence today on stage as Campus International's first ever poet laureates. At this time, I proudly introduce Asley Jones and Yasmin Abdul Wasi.
This poem is titled, In This Moment. We are so blessed to be here. Claps and cheers rain, smiles upon each face satisfied with the perseverance and hard work put in just to get to this moment.
In this moment, as the day descends, we thank the hands that grasp the balloons used for celebration. But in other moments, those same balloons were released into the sky to recognize the lives that have been lost. In this moment, we thank the roses waiting to be held or to congratulate the completion of one's hard work. But in other moments, tears drip on those same roses as families lay them on caskets and tombstones. While we are being congratulated, those families are mourning the death of those lives who will never get to stand on that stage. Hear the claps and cheers rain, feel a sense of pride for graduation, and never receive those congratulations.
Those parents sent their kids to school in hope that their child would come back with an exciting story to tell about their day. About how today, they got the question right to the answer on the board. How climbing the monkey bars is no longer an obstacle for them because today, they made it all the way across. Instead, a phone call was received that their baby stopped breathing. A bullet froze their heart. How can they climb the monkey bars now, or get an answer right on the board, or tell you about how today was one of the best days of their life?
So in this moment, let us bestow our condolences to the parents who won't get to witness their kids on this stage, who will never get to wipe off their tears or hear their laughs and see their smiles that made them proud. In this moment, let us thank our parents for not only providing guidance and strength, but being our motivation to move forward. Going up on this stage, seeing your smiles makes it all so worth it. And to the teachers who provided their patience even when we were at our worst, I thank you for putting in the time and effort for being there to watch us persevere. While we receive these certificates for graduation, we recognize the parents who can't hold their children. So today, hug your loved ones a little bit tighter.
In this moment, we will honor the 19 kids whose lives were stolen by a man whose heart was full of hate. The angels who suffered 90 minutes before police would open the door. We should use this moment to spread gratitude, to spread kindness and peace, because this has to be the last school shooting.
In this moment, it is incumbent of us that we lead this new age in a direction that provides a sacred space for the generations to come. We must set the stake high and never let it subside. We must prove to our parents, our nurturers, that we are ready to pursue this world head first, that we are ready to make our impression on the world. As we step into a path of the unknown, let us remind ourselves of the vision and aim we have set for our future.
The moment will come where we will be your doctors,
Attorneys,
judges,
your mayors,
teachers,
caretakers,
and the future leaders of our nation. And to the graduates of 2026, time is of the essence. It is up to us to be the change in the world. Be the change you want to see in this world. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Heaven. I was asked to introduce my classmate who is given the high honor of delivering this year's student address. The class speaker may be nominated by their peers or teachers, must write their own original speech, and is selected by the 8th grade teaching staff. This student was unanimously chosen for their thoughtful and reflection and their embodiment of the IB learning profile. This speaker is a friend of mine. Our friendship started in 5th grade in Miss Holly's class when he acted like I wasn't supposed to play PS4. But then this person turned out to be a very generous, respectful, and a kind person at heart. He always looked out for his friends. He's the first person to pull someone away from a fight. He is not afraid to give you advice. I really appreciate him and everything he has done for me in and out of school. And at this time, I would like to introduce my best friend, Jaden.
Good evening, and thank you, Heaven, for the introduction. I'd like to again thank you all for coming and celebrate with us. Tonight, I would like to give a special thanks to my mom, my granny, my auntie, my dad, and Bishop Tony Minor. Your support has helped me get to this moment and is the reason I'm standing at this podium today. I would like to also thank Ms. Bethel and Ms. Taylor for believing in me and providing the necessary building blocks to prepare me for middle school. With COVID's outbreak and a year of learning virtually, these middle school years have felt never-ending and exhausting. However, I believe that it has taught us something valuable about ourselves. That we are stronger than we think, and that we have the ability to endure the most extreme circumstances. From Ms. Laura's class, I wrote a poem that says the same thing I would like to share with you. If you continue to strive to be the best, then you won't ever wonder what could have been if you never tried. The obstacles, the uphill battles, and resistance are temporary tests that will pass like a storm. If you are met with heavy rain and strong winds, bring on your lightning. Let your voice boom louder than thunder. Let your persistence break down every barrier. Let your passion come flooding out of you. Let your presence sound alarms. And may every space you encounter be marked to say, I was here.
All right.
That you move forward into this next chapter of your life. You remember to give it your all. Work hard, be persistent, put your all into everything you do, and leave a good name for yourself. I hope that every one of you knows that whenever someone says you can't do something, they're wrong. No matter how loud they say it, or how convincing they may be, they are wrong. We have already faced and beaten so many challenges that were impossible. Things like passing OST tests, eating the cafeteria food, managing friendships and class presentations. But truth be told, deep down we all know the loudest and most influential voice we hear is our own. The only person who is truly standing in the way of greatness is ourselves. So I ask you to give yourself permission to be great. Allow the loudest voice you hear to be the most positive, the most inspiring, and the most motivating. I ask that you try harder to be better on ourselves. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be authentically you. Stop falling into peer pressure. Stop losing yourself just to please others. When you pretend too long to be something you're not, you end up losing yourself. But I also ask that we try hard to be better to each other. Enter spaces and conversations with an open mind. Do not believe the stories and lies, as they are often incomplete or untrue. Do not fall into the traps of dramas and rumors. Use your tools. Communicate your wants and needs. Communicate your feelings in a way that seeks a solution. Respond rather than react. Keep a level head, because when we calm down, we usually see the issue isn't that deep. As I wrap up, I'd like to thank you, my classmates, for all the memories over the years. I have enjoyed making new friends and deepening the friendships with the old. I had so much fun at our skating party, and I think about our trip to DC and the amount of time spent on laughing on the bus and at the hotel. Even if we did get told to be quiet every single night. This has been an amazing journey with you these past few years. As we look into the future and begin the new, exciting, yet scary stage in our lives, I wish you all the best of luck in everything you do. We will all be challenged, tested, pushed to our max, but know that you are more capable and resilient than you think. Ignore the voices that say you can't, because we are all made for greatness. I believe in us. Thank you.
Good evening, all. My name is Maeve Zimmerman, and tonight I have the honor of introducing our commencement speaker. This person was chosen by the 8th grade student body with the purpose of finding someone that has inspired many of the young people you see before you. The speaker tonight has helped to shape our minds and how we perceive the world of literature. She has given us the chance to question the world around us and even venture beyond our own world to enter mystical lands of eccentric characters. When asked why the 8th grade students would recommend this teacher to be our commencement speaker, here's something that was said. This teacher is outspoken and very empathetic towards everyone. She helps you understand something if you don't know what you're doing. This teacher strives to make all of her students deliver their best work in writing. She pushes you to do your best and to make yourself proud. With that being said, please join me in giving a warm and gracious welcome to the 2022 commencement speaker, Miss Laurie.
Dear God. I mean, I can't top anything you guys already said. Well, good evening, all my beautiful humans. We did it. We did it. We actually got here. We have survived what has felt like the world's longest school year imaginable. We are here today to celebrate all we have endured, all we have accomplished, and the exciting new chapters that wait to be written. I first met this group of kids last year in 2 parts. Half I taught remotely, while the other half I had the pleasure of being the lunch recess monitor for. Ian, thank you for my fruit snacks. Thank you. Mom, thank you for packing the fruit snacks. Thank you so much. What struck me about this group was their endless, and I mean endless, supply of energy. I believe that I immediately lost 10 pounds from playing Turbo Touch every day at recess. They are literally Energizer bunnies,
which can quickly turn into a game of whack-a-mole. So if you don't know what that is, go to Chuck E. Cheese. Bop, bop, that's that game. That's what it is every day in class, every day. You have certainly kept me on my toes and have kept me entertained this year. I will be happy to report that you are all safe. I have not found a single gray hair all year, so you are all safe. You are good. Yes, that is a happy moment for me. Thank you. The second thing that struck me about this group of scholars was their self-awareness. They had a mature grasp on who they were and the world in which that we were living in. They were so IB. Reflecting on this past year, I wish I could bottle up all of the moments that brought me joy, like unsuspecting students hiding under my desk waiting to grab my ankles, spontaneous class sing-alongs, destroying the competition in hall ball. I'm still undefeated, I don't care what you say. All bucket hats, glasses, and medieval time crowns, watching you perform your poems, trading slippers on pajama day, watching you skate and mostly fall at skating day, seeing a Dungeons & Dragons club created, books being checked out of my library and read, and coming into my classroom with desktop nappers and kids doing flips. Racing and doing handstands and cartwheels on the Mall of DC, and every single hug that I've ever gotten, whether it was in the morning or while I was in the middle of teaching. But what brings me joy and makes me proud is your thoughtfulness. Sometimes I'll admit it does catch me off guard, like when you stand up for your classmates or strangers that you've never met. Like the respect you showed at the walkout against gun violence. Your signs were beautifully crafted, your words were heartfelt, and the comfort you showed one another was gentle. I hope you continue to spread that love and light into the world everywhere you go. One thing I know I will not have to worry about is our kids standing up for what they believe is right. You will hear their thoughts, you will see their actions, and there is no better example of this than when we were in DC. We were visiting the Pentagon and our students were doing an amazing job of being solemn when they noticed other schools that were not. They made it their job to respectfully ask others to behave. The next day, they held tight to their honor and duty, and were even emboldened to ask the maintenance guy at the World War II Memorial to stop doing his job and remove himself from the fountain. I'm serious. Our kids are definitely spirited and very strong-willed. Families, I hope you are as proud of your kids as we are. Yes. There is a saying that goes, give your children two special things. One is roots and the other is wings. Help them understand their roots, understand their story, and understand their legacy, so they may go into this world with a strong sense of self and purpose. Be that strong foundation of values, morals, and ideals. Keep them rooted, keep them nourished, keep them supported. The other thing that you must give them is wings. Give them the tools so they may explore every opportunity that is presented to them. Let them explore, question, inquire, and take risks. One of my all-time favorite poems is called The Ode by Arthur O'Shaughnessy because it speaks volumes to the nature of middle schoolers. The opening stanza goes, we are the music makers and we are the dreamers of dreams, wandering by lone sea breakers and sitting by desolate streams. World losers and world forsakers, on whom the pale moon gleams, yet we are the movers and shakers of the world forever it seems. Students, I ask that you continue to be music makers. Let every space you enter echo with your presence. Continue to speak up for what is right, continue to push for change, and continue to bring your laughter and joy into this world. Continue to be dreamers. Like Jalen said, there is nothing you are not worthy or deserving of. There is nothing you are incapable of reaching. Set your sights high. The truest measure of success is the amount of options you have available to you. Many limit themselves to only one option, but the privilege lies in the amount of choices that lie at your fingertips. As the poem discusses, many sit and watch the world go by. I urge you to never become complacent. Do not settle. Do not just get by. Always thrive. You are an amazing group of scholars, but more importantly, you are an amazing group of humans. Find your purpose, chase your passions, and continue to move and shape this world. Thank you.
And now it's time for the presentation of the certificate. So I'm going to invite Ms. Meyer and Mr. Gerber up, and Ms. Beers. And our first row, stand.
Mayor Abdul Hadi.
Yasmin Abdulwasi.
Chase Abrams.
Devont Allen.
Michaela Arrington.
Liali Badur.
Leo Barley.
Emerson Begley.
Kenya Blythewood.
Kamoriana Boyd.
Quincy Boyd.
Emma Razulovic.
Tyon Brown.
Greg Buckney.
Kai Kane.
Maeve Simperman.
Elena Cox.
Caleb Davis.
Jadiana Davis Gale.
Lauren Dorsey.
Michaela Eppinger.
Juanita Ewing.
Sky Glasgow.
Grace Festival.
Jane Georgi.
Nigel Hawkins.
Jake Healy.
Valencia Hicks.
Alex Jarmusch.
Deshaun Johnson.
Asale Jones.
Sarah Jones Stewart.
Logan Kukla.
Chelsea Little.
Richard Matlock.
Diamond McDonald.
Maxwell McDonald.
Deanna McGowan.
Orion McGinnis Silverstein.
Adriana McKenzie.
Ivy McLennan.
Gianna Mills.
Morgan Moore.
Brianna Paradise.
Eloise Peckham.
DeAndre Pickman.
Isla Pole.
Stanford Prophet.
London Ragland.
Jamila Ransom.
Lincoln Ritchie.
Dear Saint.
Micah Schwab.
Evan Scott.
Kennedy Small.
Corinne Stokes.
Isabella Swole.
Ava Soprano.
Owen Tyler.
Maya Velez.
Jalen Warren.
Malik Webb.
Ian Williams.
Jeremiah Williams.
Noah Williams.
Janiyah Williams Daniels.
Greta Witt.
Jadiel Young.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2026.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hi, I'm Maya Velez, and I've been at Campus International since kindergarten. I know we would not be here today if it weren't for all these wonderful teachers who have prepared us for high schools and have pushed us to be the best versions of ourselves. I would like to give a special thank you to a few of the teachers and staff this year. First and foremost, Ms. Miles. If you didn't know this yet, this is Ms. Miles' last year at Campus International. She is single-handedly responsible for building the amazing design class we have today. Through her grant writing, she has given students access to laptops, 3D printers, web programs, and so many other supplies. It is her design class that sets our school apart from so many others in the district. We wouldn't have the opportunity of freedom and creativity that the design class provides without her. Thank you, Ms. Miles. Next off, Dr. Hasselbush. You had the difficult task of coming to us in the middle of the school year and replacing Mr. Brooks. This was not an easy transition, but we are extremely grateful for your consistency and passion for our NYP floor. Thank you. The next person I would like to call to the stage is Miss Days. She is our Say Yes specialist, but she has gone above and beyond this year. Miss Days is a person so many students turn to when they need advice, need to vent and cool down, and when they have something great and exciting that they want to share in their lives. She has been such a great support system, and we thank her for all the talks. Next off, we would like to thank Ms. Job, who has been a presence in our school, but stepped into a more consistent role towards the end of the school year. She filled the role of a Spanish teacher. And we have learned so much from her in such a short amount of time. Ms. Job, it is her high expectations that bring out the best in us. For all the support you have shown this year, thank you. We would now like to thank Ms. Weber, our history teacher. Ms. Weber is the leader of the Model UN team at CIS, which I was lucky enough to be a part of. We had a very successful season in which we were invited to a high school-only conference at St. Ed's and placed second in our spring conference. My group, along with many others, even received awards. Ms. Weber is also responsible for planning the entire DC trip. DC was an unforgettable experience filled with lots of walking, snacks, and sightseeing. We were given the opportunity to explore monuments and choose which museums we wanted to visit. We made lasting memories, and without Ms. Weber, none of this would have been possible. She has dedicated so much of her time and energy into making this our best year at campus. For all that you've done, thank you. Lastly, I would like to thank Ms. Beers and Mr. Brooks. I think I speak for everyone when I say we'll never forget you two. The next time I hear heels clicking from far away, we'll think of Ms. Beers and her infamous black heels. And the next time I hear Abelez being screamed from all the way down the hall, I'll think of Mr. Brooks. You two have done so much for us. Thank you. Teachers and staff at CAS have prepared us for high school and have given us the best gift, an education. Thank you all for never giving up on us, even when we may have made it a bit difficult. And thank you to all the families and loved ones here tonight. I will now pass the microphone to Ms. Beers to deliver the closing remarks. Thank you.
There is truly nothing left to say that the students have not said. This was by far the best promotion ceremony that we've ever had in all areas at campus. You guys are outstanding. There is someone who has to be be on my side for this closing. We love you. We wish you the best. Mr. Brooks, come on up. I could not have survived middle school without Mr. Brooks, for sure. So, Mr. Brooks, you want to say a few words to our beloved class of 2026? I'm totally putting him on the spot. I did not know he was going to be here tonight, so.
Good evening to everybody. I did not know I was going to speak. So first off, thank you to all of our parents and family members here. You all have been a phenomenal support to these young people up on this stage. There are a lot of you who I've had conversations with and exchanged emails with, but I've never seen you in person. But when I look into the crowd, I'm like, oh, yep, that's that person. But to you guys, I'm extremely proud of you. As I listened to your words and I saw this ceremony, I could see your fingerprints all over it. I hope and wish nothing but the best for all of you, except for the few gentlemen who will be going to a specific school out in Lakewood. But I am extremely proud of each and every one of you. I know you're going to do great things out in the world. Thank you for creating so many memories for me, things that I will never forget. And I love all of you guys very much. So thank you guys so much.
And to our families, who this is your last student who will be promoted from campus, could you please stand up so we can celebrate you? Thank you for believing in us and sharing your beautiful children with us. You will miss your families, but we are always home. Thank you. And at this time, I believe, Ms. Weber, do you have a direction or, okay.
For the final time and the most important time, I present to you our 8th grade graduating class. Please stand.